शांति वनस्पति शांति देवा शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्व शांति शांति देवा शांति सामा शांति देवी ओम शांति 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 हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल लाल हे दयाल लाल हे गोविंद हे गोपाल प्राणनाथ नाथ जगे दिन तजे यन्ति यन्ति आर्तकीर्तनाद
Liegt auf dem Balkon, glaube ich.
I see you, Mario.
Hi. Hey. Hi. How are you?
Yeah, doing fine, thanks. Yeah. Same shit, different day. No, I'm super happy that we can actually go outside for exercise now.
Yesterday, it was since 7 weeks was possible to go out running. Yeah, that was nice. I was happy like a small child. Like I was running like smart.
So you're in Mallorca?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. It's a problem if you go out now to maybe for me to Germany, then
to get back in.
I cannot come back. It's not sure. Well,
yeah,
maybe till August, or I don't know. So
I thought the same. I almost left to go to Berlin because I could be there in a house with 12 other people, and it's more relaxed there. But I don't want to risk not coming back to the country. So
it's the same situation I stuck in, because I have so many friends in Germany, and they're so easy. You can do sport, you can do sports, you can go out. It's not as strict as here. Yeah.
It's opening up though, right? From the 11th, we can socialize with. I read that this morning. Groups of 10 people can get together, so that's.
Yeah. It makes sense, I think. Yeah. So I think the people they have to. Lily, my daughter. I think the people in the high risk groups, they should stay at home, but the people who are fit, they need to go out, and otherwise they go crazy. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they're doing a pretty good job now in Spain. It makes sense to me. This windows they have for different ages, it seems sensible to me.
You think that's a good idea with the windows?
Well, like you said, there are people who are at risk, so they should be separate from everyone else, the at-risk people. I'm pretty happy. I mean, we get, for 7 hours a day when we can be outside.
Yeah, okay, that's better than nothing, yeah.
Yeah, but what have we got? Between 6 and 10 and 8 and 11 p.m.
Yeah, I go running yesterday morning, and there was so many people go out running. It was crazy.
Of course, day one.
But it's a little bit strange. If you have kids, you can only go one adult with the kids, not both. And that makes not really sense, because we sit all together at home, me, my wife, and my 3 kids. And then we want to go walking, and then it's not allowed. Only I can go with my 3 kids or my wife, not together. So that makes no sense, because...
Yeah, it's just 1 week though, I think.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I think on the 11th should be...
And we can start doing some training in Jiu-Jitsu from next week.
Yeah, one-on-one then, or what is it?
Yeah, this is what Joe's going to do. He's one-on-one sessions.
It's all is better than nothing, yeah. So it's
yeah.
And you also, I think, also in El Toro and in Santa Catalina, in both, or
I believe he's going to do both. Yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, something might change as well next week. You never know what can happen now.
Yeah, but now it looks like they will open a little bit more, yeah, because I think after 6 weeks or 7 weeks now, it's time to check what is possible, and
yeah, we must.
Yeah, because the problem, it's not good if if the solution is more worse than the problem, yeah. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, if the solution is we have to stay till September all at home.
I don't think so. I think this will be over pretty quickly, personally. But
no.
Let's see.
I think now also in the hospitals they are not also in Madrid, and so there was in a critical situation, but now the last 2 weeks it goes in a better situation. So
yeah, at least in Mallorca, I think we're going to be okay. Okay, I'm going to get my lights and things ready.
Mm.
I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
I play a bit of music as well.
Was ist denn? Willst du nicht mitmachen? Warum nicht? Versuch. Wir sind noch viele, dann ist doch egal. Völlig egal. Macht doch nichts. Jetzt ist gerade aktuell aus. Kann auch ausmachen gerade. Aber.
Ausmachen und anmachen.
Buen días. Yeah, man. Good morning. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
Nice.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, how was your trip to Berlin that time?
It was amazing actually, and Marcus was so nice.
Where did you train? In
Sorry?
Czech?
Yeah.
Ah,
in
cool.
Czech. Yeah, so it was really nice. They were super welcoming, and then he gave me actually a pass to come and train for a whole month after, because I was there now for a month in March, but then I couldn't go because of
Okay.
the
Yeah.
virus thing. Yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, thanks for the tips. It was amazing. Really cool team.
That's my spot. Yeah. I have. Did you meet Sugar?
No,
He's the other black belt coach there.
maybe then, because I'm really
If
bad
Marcus
with
was there, there's a chance that he wasn't there because they usually alternate.
Okay, yeah, there were two guys there, but I'm really bad with names.
Okay. He's a Korean guy.
Oh yeah, so that was him.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met him.
He was
Super
here
nice.
recently with me. He was here. He came for vacation on the first 2 weeks of lockdown.
Oh really?
So he ended up just staying here with me, and we rolled together in my backyard.
Oh nice.
But yeah, that's my spot.
Get back then.
Oh,
He managed to travel back.
yeah, he managed to travel back. It was a little expensive, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some more people coming in. Let's see, Michael. Who's here? Hi, Michael and Chrissy. Welcome. Hey, Michael, Chrissy. Hi. Okay, you're there. Great. Who else has we got here? Yanni. Hi, Yanni. Oh, busy class today. So everyone, we spend about 5 minutes right now just waiting for other people. Sometimes people are a little late. But we can start just by sitting up straight, sitting comfortably. You can sit on your knees, sit on a pillow or a cushion. It's a good idea to have a strap or a belt and a cushion or a block or a pillow or something like that handy as well.
You think? What? No.
Can I also ask that everybody turns off their microphones, please? Maybe I can do that here. Oh yeah, I can actually do that. I think I've got you. Okay, so people are still coming in. Hello, Sean. Hi, Sean.
Morning.
I'm just going to kill your microphone, buddy. Okay, guys, maybe there's one or two people still to come, so we're just sitting down in a comfortable spot, trying to bring awareness to the breath and get connected to your breath. Just keep the lips sealed, breathe only through the nose. We try and use the diaphragm to breathe. The diaphragm is a muscle down here in between the stomach and the lungs. It's the most efficient way to breathe. One of the ways that you can encourage diaphragmatic breathing is to breathe through the nose and follow the breath through your nose as you inhale all the way down to the very base of the belly. And as you exhale, follow that breath from the base of the belly up through the nose. Oh yeah. Good morning or good afternoon, Stephen and Liesel. Nice to see you again.
Hi.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, good morning. So we're just sitting down and breathing at the moment, waiting for other people to drop in. So 4 or 5 seconds to inhale, 4 or 5 seconds to exhale. Throughout the whole session, try and keep awareness to the breath. If you find your mind wandering, thinking about what you're going to do later or whatever, really, just try and go back to the breath. So by sticking with the breath, your practice becomes like a moving meditation. We'll stay here for just one more minute. So if you've just come in, it's handy to keep a belt or a strap and a cushion or a pillow or block close by. The class will start off quite energetic. The second half will be really relaxed. Stephen, I'm just turning off your microphone. Okay, just one other note I want to give you guys is that I move a lot from side to side so that you can see what I'm doing on the mats. You don't need to copy me. I'll tell you when to turn, so really listen carefully to my commands. So we're going to start today on hands and knees. So make your way onto all fours with your hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. So first thing we're going to do today is cat-cow. We start by exhaling, sucking in our belly and arching the spine. The head and neck totally relaxed. Fully exhale. Then you start to breathe in, go into cow. We tilt the hips, lift the chest, and at the end, the chin. Full lungs in. Exhale, press down evenly through all fingers and both palms. Start to round out the spine, suck in the belly, round out the shoulders, fully exhale, and then start to breathe in. Drop the belly, tilt the hips, lift the chest, lift the chin, full breaths in. Just keep going through these two poses at your own pace, synchronizing movement with breath. In this pose, your fingers should be flat on the ground. Every knuckle on every finger and both palms, it's like your hands are glued to the floor. So this also applies in downward dog, which we're going to go to soon. So take one more of each. One more cat, one more cow, and then meet in the middle. We're next going to thread the needle. So from all fours, we breathe in and stretch up with our right hand. We breathe out and we put the right hand behind the left wrist, the right shoulder and right ear go down to the mat. Your hips should be level. If you notice that one of your hips went up in the air, just try and square that off. You can stay here or you can go further by picking up the left hand and putting it on the very base of the spine or the sacrum. Check your hips are flat. And if you want to go further still, you take the hand and you grab the right thigh. You can pull on the thigh to go more into the twist. Wherever you are, steady breathing in and out through the nose. Slowly change. Post your left hand down on the floor. Come back onto all fours and we switch side. So just level off your hips, level off your shoulders and breathe in, stretch up the left hand. Breathe out, left hand behind right wrist, left shoulder, left ear to the floor. Nice, deep, steady breaths. To go deeper, put the right hand on the sacrum. To go deeper still, reach around, grab the left thigh. Again, send the breath through the nose down into the hips. Follow the breath moving in and out of the body. Keep the face and forehead relaxed. Change. Post your right hand on the floor. Come back to all fours. The next one we're going to do is downward dog. I'm just going to twist to the side so you can see. We take the weight in the hands and then we put the toes into the floor. So our toes were like this. Now we put them like this. We take the weight in the hands and start to lift the knees off the floor and send your hips up to the sky. Next, we push back so the biceps are next to the ears. Keep the legs slightly bent. Suck in your belly. Send your hips up to the sky. Now we can start to pedal the legs left and right. Bend alternate knees. The head and neck are totally relaxed. So your head is looking between your feet. Keep sucking in the belly and sending your hips up towards the sky. Keep your fingers pressed down into the floor and both palms pressed down into the floor. If you want, you can bend both legs and straighten them to help stretch out the calves. Then we're just going to hold still. We start to work our heels towards the floor to stretch out the calves, breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Hold it here a moment longer. Change. We take tiny steps forward. Walk your feet slowly towards your hands until you come into a fold. So the knees are bent and we're trying to get the belly to touch the thighs. So bend your knees as much as you need to get your belly to touch the thighs. The head and neck totally relaxed. Just shake your head to the side, nod it up and down a little. Just let the neck totally relax. Now grab your own elbows, hang in ragdoll. It's good to bounce up and down a little bit, maybe shake from side to side. So in this pose, we're letting gravity pull the head down towards the floor, pull the neck down towards the floor. Been kicked. Sorry guys, I got kicked out of the class there. So stay where you are, hanging down in ragdoll. We're letting gravity do all the work. Next, we let go of the elbows so the hands hang completely loose. Now we're going to start to rebuild the spine. We rebuild the spine by coming up very slowly. Roll yourself up. We imagine stacking the vertebrae on top of each other like blocks, rebuilding them one at a time. The last thing to come up is the head and the neck. Move as slowly as you can. When you get to the top, roll back the shoulders a few times. And then come to the front of the mat, stand still in mountain pose. Okay, we're going to do 3 sun salutations, then a modified sun salutation, and then into warrior flow. So we start with the feet together, toes touch, heels touch, spine is straight, breathe in. Stretch up, full lungs at the top. The first set we do really slowly, 2 breaths in each position. On the next exhale, you exhale, fold forward. The knees are slightly bent. And we try and bring our fingers in line with the toes, if that's possible. Fold down, 2 breaths. Next, we inhale and come up halfway, trying to get a flat back. Now we're stretching our head and neck forward. 2 deep breaths. Okay, next we're going to put our hands on the ground and step back to high plank. 2 breaths here. On the next exhale, if you need, you can put your knees down. Otherwise, we go down, exhaling in a press up. You can hover off the floor or lay on the ground. Breathe in, slide forward to upward dog. Breathe out, tuck your toes into the mat, push back to downward dog. 2 breaths. Breathe in and look forward. Breathe out as you step or jump to the front of your mat into a fold. Next, inhale, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up. And next we breathe out, straight into the next set. This one a little quicker. So fold forward as you exhale. Come up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank and lower yourself down while exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to upward dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump into a fold. Breathe in, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up, full lungs in. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank and lower yourself down as you exhale. Breathe in, slide forward, upward dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. And exhale as you step or jump into the fold. Breathe in, arms sideways. Take your hands up to the sky. And breathe out, forward fold. So we're going to mix it up now. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. And then exhale, step back your right foot into a lunge. So a quick word on knee alignment. The knee should always be above the ankle or slightly behind the ankle. Don't let your knee go in front of the ankle. So moving on. Let's breathe in, stretch the arms up. Lean back. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step back to high plank. Whilst exhaling, lower down. Inhale, slide forward to up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to down dog. 3-legged dog. Pick up your left foot and send it up in the air, and then step it through between your hands back to the lunge. Now we take the hands behind the back, breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders, breathe out. Breathe in, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up, and lean back. Breathe out, hands come down to the mat, and step your feet together in a fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. So on the other side, breathe in, come up halfway, flat back. Breathe out, step back the left foot, going into a lunge on the other side. Okay, arms sideways, stretch up, and lean back. Breathe out, hands come down each side of the foot, and we step back to high plank, still exhaling, roll yourself down. Breathe in, slide forward to up dog. Took the toes, exhale, push back to down dog. Three-legged dog, picking up the right foot this time, and stepping it between the hands. Hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers, open the chest, roll back the shoulders, breathe in, full lungs. And breathe out. Inhale, arms sideways, stretch up to the sky. Lean backwards. And breathe out, hands to the floor, each side of the foot, and step the feet into a fold. Last one, we breathe in, stretch up, take the arms up to the sky. Breathe out, hands into prayer. Stand still. Release the hands by your side. Stand in mountain pose. So next we're going to do warrior 1, warrior 2, and some more. So stand at the front of your mat, and we're going to take a big step back with the right foot. Put your fingers on the hip bones. Step back. So your hip bones should still face forward. Rear foot should be around 45 degrees. Okay, next we're going to breathe in and take the arms up. So if you have really tight shoulders, your hands can be like this or like this. Otherwise, we bring them together and we try and lock up the elbows. Next, we're going to bend the front knee. So we have our checks to do. Check that your knee is above the ankle or slightly behind the ankle. Check you can see the big toe on the front foot. When we breathe in, we stretch up with our hands. Try and make your spine drop towards the ceiling. When we breathe out, maybe we can twist the right hip in a little bit. Should feel an intense stretch up the whole side of the body. So the back foot should be about 45 degrees flat on the ground. Press through the outside edge of the back foot. The back leg is straight at the knee. On the next exhale, we go to warrior 2. So the arms come down shoulder height, and we twist the back foot to 90 degrees. So now our hip bones face the long side of the mat. So adjust your feet so your hip bones face sideways this time. Warrior 1, they face forward. Warrior 2, they face to the side. Palms down, shoulder height. Check you can see the big toe on the front foot. And check your knee is above the ankle. Stretch the arms in opposite directions. Spine straight. Look just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Breathe steadily in and out through the nose. We'll take 2 more breaths. And change. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Breathe in, take the front arm up. The back hand just rests gently on the thigh. You should feel a nice stretch in the chest. Take some deep breaths, look up at the top hand. Change to Utthaya Parsvakonasana. The forearm just rests on the front knee as lightly as you can, and the back hand makes a circle, back, up, and over. Now we're looking for a straight line from my fingers down to my back feet, and try and look up at the top hand. Keep your shoulders stacked. If you feel your shoulder curl down, bring it back up. Hold it here. Change, back to reverse warrior. This time with a straight front leg. One deep inhale, and then exhale, back to warrior two arms. Trikonasana. So for triangle, your feet should be just wider than the hips. My feet are a little too wide here, so I'm going to step them together a bit more. Next, we breathe in, lengthen the spine. So a little note on the feet. Your front foot should face directly forward. The back foot should be 90 degrees. Okay, breathe in, spine long. Breathe out, lean forward, stretch forward. Look, my hips pop out at the back. Then when you can't lean anymore, you just hinge at the hips. Wherever your hand touches is where it should stay. Don't be tempted to try and go down low, too low. If you go too low, then your right hip twists in and your shoulder twists in. So we're trying to keep the body in one flat plane. Straight line between the top arm and the bottom arm. You can look down, forward, or up at the top hand. Press your knuckles into the shin to twist the top arm around. Spread the weight evenly across both feet, both legs locked out at the knee. Breathe steadily in and out through the nose. Change. By inhaling, we go out exactly the same way. Engage the core, breathe in. Put your hands on the hips and step the back foot in to meet the front. Okay, we're going to do all that on the other side. So, we're standing at the front of the mat. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. Hands are on our hip bones, and the hip bones face directly forward. Just another detail on feet position. You can see that there is a little gap between my right heel and my left heel. Okay, that should help you balance. So breathe in, take the arms up. Breathe out, bend the front knee. Take a quick look down that you can see the big toe on the front foot. If not, the knee might need to come out to the side. The back leg is straight at the knee, and we press down through the outside edge of the back foot. Keep stretching your arms up, look up towards the hands. If you want to get deeper into this pose, you can draw a line backwards across the ceiling and turn it into a back bend. Twisting the left hip in slightly. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. And on the next exhale, the hands come down and the left foot twists to 90 degrees for warrior two. Now our hip bones face the long edge of the mat. And now you can see that my heels are in one straight line. There's no gap like there was in warrior two. Sorry, warrior one. Warrior one, we have a little gap between the feet. Warrior two, the feet are in the straight line. So spine straight, palms down. Look at the middle finger, or just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Nice, steady breaths. Open the chest, stretch the arms in opposite directions, compressing the shoulders at the back. Pressing down through the outside edge of the back foot. The back leg is locked out of the knee. Next one is reverse warrior. So we're going to flip the front palm, breathe in and stretch up the front hand. Back hand gently rests on the rear thigh. Take some deep breaths, expand the chest. Look up at the hand. And then change. Forearm comes down, just rests as lightly as you can on the front thigh. The back hand sweeps in a big circle, back, up, and over. So in this pose, if you ever want to make it even harder, you can take off the front hand, really challenge the legs and core. Okay, we're going back to reverse warrior. Change. Front leg is straight. One inhale, and then exhale for triangle. Back to warrior two arms. Going to step the feet together just slightly, so they're wider than just a bit wider than the hips. Front foot faces directly forward. Back foot is 90 degrees. Ready for triangle. Breathe in. Make the spine long. Breathe out. Start to lean forward. Hips come out of the back. Lean, 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 and then hinge. Knuckles go into the shin, twist the top arm round, straight line between both arms, looking down, forward, or upwards. Totally up to you. Whatever feels good. Keep the breath flowing steadily through the nose. Keep the face relaxed, forehead relaxed. Spread the weight evenly across the feet. Front knee is almost locked out at the knee. Final breath. And to come out, we inhale, engage the core. Hinge back out. Keep the arms in warrior two. Turn your front foot in. So now both feet face the long edge of the mat, and we pigeon toe the feet slightly. So toes point in and heels point out. Let's breathe in and make our spine nice and long. Stretch your head up towards the ceiling. And then breathe out, start to fold forward. Keep a really straight spine. When you feel your spine starting to round, you take your hands down. They can go on the floor if you feel a bit wobbly, or we put the knuckles into the shin like we did in triangle. So really important to use the breath to go deeper in this stretch. Every time we breathe in, we make the spine long. Stretching the head and neck forward. Imagine someone pulling your head away from your shoulders, stretching out the neck, and in turn that stretches out the spine, trying to make space in the vertebrae. So breathing in, we make space. Breathing out, maybe you can fold down a little bit more, but all the time keeping a straight spine. Keep the shoulders back away from the ears. Don't hunch up your shoulders. Spread the weight evenly across both feet. The knees can be locked out or very slightly bent if it's uncomfortable for you to lock out the knees. Keep working with the breath to fold down deeper. Two more breaths here. If you're more flexible, maybe you can grab the outside edges of the feet. And to come out, we breathe in, engage the core very slowly with control. Come back up. Arms back out to the side. And then we take the hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers. Open the chest, roll back the shoulders. And then exhale, forward fold. So keep breathing into it. This one's more about the shoulders than the spine. So don't worry if your spine rounds a little bit. Send the breath through your nose into the shoulders. Maybe the heels of the hands are together. If that's too hard for you, then don't worry if they're further apart. Steady breaths through the nose. Keep the forehead relaxed. 2 more breaths in this position. And slowly change. Engage the core. Breathe in. Slowly come back upright. Now we're going to bring it back to the middle. You can either heel toe your foot in or take a big step in. Inhale to the center. Exhale, hands into prayer. So this is a good time for a quick water break. If anyone needs to take a drink. Quick time check. Cool. Okay, we're going to do some forward bends next. So, no, in fact, we're doing balances. Keep standing up, guys. We got time for 2 balances today. First one is tree pose. So anyone who's on the puzzle mats, the jiu-jitsu mats, it's going to be a little harder for you because they're soft and they absorb the foot. So if you have a hard floor, that's better. but you can still do it. Okay, let's start. Straight spine. So throughout the balance poses, find something in front of you that you can stare at, something you can fix your vision on to help you balance. We start by balancing on the left foot. So ground down through the left foot. It's good to pick up the toes a few times and put them down. Spread the weight evenly across the foot and press down through the big toe. Next, we pick up the right foot and we're going to put the right foot below the knee or above the knee, just so long as it's not on your knee. The hands come into prayer. So maybe this is enough for you. You can stay here if you feel wobbly, or to go further, we're going to breathe in and take our arms up towards the ceiling. So fix your vision on something that isn't moving. Steady breathing. The standing leg is super strong and super straight, locked out of the knee. Feel free to open your arms wide if you want, like branches. You can also open the fingers. That might feel good. Then bring your hands back to the center. We're going to try and grow now. Grow 2 inches up. Breathe in. Stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Feel the spine lengthen as much as you can. And then slowly release the hands back into prayer. Release the right foot. And change sides. So let's pick up. Ground down through the right foot first. And then pick up the left foot. Place it below the knee or above the knee. The standing leg becomes really strong and really straight. Bring our hands into prayer. Fix your vision on something in front of you that isn't moving, around head height. And then breathe in. If you want to go further, you stretch the hands up. If not, just keep them down by your chest. Send the breath down towards the feet. Maybe you can feel energy moving from your toe up to the top of the fingertips. Feel free to open the arms and open the fingers. Maybe leaning backwards a little bit. And to close, we bring the hands back together and stretch up. Breathe in, make your spine grow 2 inches up towards the ceiling. And then slowly change. Hands come down. The foot comes down. And we're moving on to eagle. So feet together. Heels touch and toes touch. We're going to breathe in. Take the arms sideways. Reach up. When we breathe out, we cross the arms at the elbow. Right arm under left. We cross at the elbows. Now you have 3 options. Option 1 is hands on shoulders for people with tight shoulders. Option 2 is to put your hands together in like flat palms. Option 3 is to interlock the fingers. So I'll just show you one more time. It can be like this. Hands on shoulders, palms together, or interlock fingers. Okay, wherever you are, slowly move your elbows up and down. Just get some mobility into the shoulders. Still breathing steadily in and out through the nose. And then hold your elbows down. Okay, keep the feet and legs squeezing together. Sit back into a chair. So you can stay here, or we pick up the right leg and put it over the left thigh. And maybe the right foot can go behind the left calf. Again, fix your vision, steady breathing. Try and bring the knees and elbows into the center line of the body. Sit back into the chair. Really good for the shoulders, elbows, hips, and knees. Also getting into the ankles and wrists. 3, 2, 1. Unravel the legs. Press down through your feet. Unravel the arms. Breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out. This time, left arm under the right. Okay, move the elbows up and down a few times. Start to open up the shoulders. And then hold your elbows down, suck in the belly, sit back into a chair. So you can stay here, keep squeezing your feet and heels and knees together, or you pick up the left foot, place it over the right thigh, and maybe the toes go behind the calf. Bring your knees and elbows into the center line of the body. Focus on something that isn't moving. Nice, steady breaths. Keep your face, forehead, and jaw relaxed. Final inhale. Final exhale. Release the legs. Press down through your feet. Release the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Forward fold. Going down to the mat. Inhale. Come up halfway. Flat back. Exhale. Step yourself back to high plank. And lower yourself down. Exhaling. Chest on the floor. Stay in this position. We're going into cobra pose next. Just going to adjust my camera. Stay where you are a moment. So for this one, squeeze the legs together. The legs are your cobra tail. Take a quick look at my knees. I press my toes into the floor so that my knees lift off the ground. Elbows in, shoulders down. Breathe in. Breathe out, and then using core strength only, lift the torso. Keep pressing your toes on the floor. No arm strength, okay? Your arms should be able to come out and you stay in the same place. Steady breathing in and out through the nose. Relax the face, relax the forehead. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Tap your chin on the ground. Now walk your hands 2 hand paces out to the side. 1, 2. Okay, for this one, everything from the waist down is relaxed. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, and this time we use arm strength. This time you push up with the hands. Okay, keep the legs totally relaxed. Everything from the waist down is relaxed. Next, we bring the elbows in and take the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep stretching forwards and stretching upwards. Look up towards the ceiling. Steady breaths. 4 seconds or more to inhale, same to exhale. Feel the air move through your nose, down the body towards the feet. Shoulders away from the ears. Glutes, hamstrings are relaxed. 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, we go out by going forwards and down. Put your arms by the side, turn your head to the right, left ear on the floor. Just relax everything into the floor here. Stay with the breath. And change. Come back to the middle. We're going to do bow pose next. Bow is quite an intense back bend. If anyone has back issues, just do the same one. Otherwise, this is what we need to do. We bend the knees and reach back and grab our feet. If that's really hard for someone, you can use a strap. You can put a strap around the feet. Something like this. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look at the screen. I think everybody's on it. Okay, guys, keep the legs parallel. Don't let the knees come out to the side. The legs stay hip width. You're going to breathe in, breathe out, and then kick back the legs, lift up the torso. Kicking back, lifting up, looking up, deep breaths. Let the shoulders roll back to open the shoulders. Keep the legs parallel. Take some deep breaths. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down. Turn your head to the left. Right ear on the floor and relax. Just let everything sink down into the floor. Slowly change. Come back to the middle. We're going to take bow one more time. This time I'm going to give you a variation. So instead of grabbing your feet from the outside, this time you can grab from the inside and put your thumb next to the big toe. I hope that makes sense. So it's going to be like, grab from the inside, put your thumb next to the big toe there. So you grab the inside of the foot. Or you can do the first way. This time you can let the knees come out wide. So let's breathe in, breathe out, and kick back the legs. Lift up the torso, look up. Keep kicking and lifting in equal measure. Let the shoulders open back, face relaxed, jaw relaxed, forehead relaxed. Keep breathing, keep kicking, hold it. 3, 2, 1, change. Lower down, turn your head to the right, relax. Turn your head to the left, just even out the stretch on your neck. And change. Come back to the center, push yourself onto all fours, and come to a seated position. Those are our back bends. Next we do some forward bends. We start with Janushirasana with the left leg stretched out. We put the sole of the right foot on the left thigh. If your hamstrings are really tight or if you have any lower back issues, it's a good idea to sit on a block. Or even if you don't have any problems, it's still good to sit on a block. Or at least try it. So 2 options here. Does everyone have a belt? We can put the belt around the ball of the foot. This is one option. Everyone got a belt? Lisa, do you have a belt? Yeah, okay, everyone has a belt. That makes it easy. Okay, what we aim to do here is get the belly to touch the thigh. So bend your knee as much as you need to get connection. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here. Important thing is to keep a straight spine. So breathe in, make the spine nice and straight, and breathe out, straighten the leg. When you feel the belly leaving the thigh is when you stop. Then you go to the breath. Breathing in, make space. Breathing out, fold down into that space. Check your shoulders are level. Sometimes your right shoulder tends to go up. That's good adjustment there, Mario. So we just work with the breath to go deeper. Every breath in, we make a little bit more space, and every breath down, maybe you can fold down. Two more breaths. And change. Let's switch sides. Go straight to the other side. Because we're all ready with our blocks and straps. So again, bend the knee as much as you need. It's good to start with the knee really bent and then straighten it out. So working with the breath, keeping a straight spine. This time, maybe your left shoulder came up. Breaths in. Make space in the vertebrae. Breaths out, fold into that space. All the time we try and keep the face and forehead relaxed. If you notice you're biting on your jaw or something like that, it means you're pushing too hard. So there's never be pain. Never be pain in yoga, just a little discomfort. It might feel totally different on this side. So don't push it to try and get where you were first time round. Okay, we'll take 3 more deep breaths. And change. Bring both feet in. This time we go with both feet. So again, bend the knees, straight spine. The reason I like to use a belt is because we can roll back the shoulders. If we don't use a belt, it tends to hunch the shoulders forward. And especially for jiu-jitsu people, we want to try and keep our shoulders back. So straight spine and then fold down. Gradually straighten the knees. Two more breaths. Slowly change. Come back to seated. Bring the soles of the feet together and bring the heels as close to your hips as you can. Maybe you're in a diamond or maybe you're in a butterfly. So straight spine, suck in your belly and then press your elbows into the thighs. Using your fingers, open the soles of the feet like a book to rotate the knees down. Send the breath into the hips and back out. Change. Bring the knees together. Okay, we've got time for a seated spine twist. I prefer to do this one off a block. And we're going to take the left leg to the front and put the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Check both of your sit bones are on the floor. If one of your sit bones is up, then put the knee on the inside. Okay, the right hand goes at the base of the spine to keep the spine really straight. Next, we do 3 twists. The first 2, we move the torso, and in the last one, we move the head and the eyes. Everything goes to the side. So we breathe in, stretch up with the left hand. Breathe out, twist to the right, hook the elbow on the knee. Now, 3 twists, let's start. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push the elbow into the knee and twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the maximum and hold it. Slowly change. Unravel your way back to the center and switch the legs over. So right leg out, left foot on the outside of the right knee, left hand posts at the base of the spine, and the right hand stretches up. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist to the left, hook the elbow on the knee. So 3 breaths, let's go. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Push the elbow into the knee, twist the torso. Breathe in, lengthen. Twist the torso to the left. Inhale to lengthen. Turn your head, look your eyes to the extreme left, hold it. Slowly change. Unravel your way back to the middle. Take the legs to the front. Just grab your big toes with the 2 fingers. A very quick forward bend. And then we change. We're going to lay flat on our back now. We're drawing to the end of the class. So lay yourself down in Shavasana. Lay flat on your back with your legs stretched out in front of you. So Shavasana, there's nothing to do here besides lay down and lay still. We're going to close the class on this pose a bit later. You just make sure your hands and feet aren't touching something. We try and resist the temptation to look around And we try and keep the mind clear and keep our focus on the breath. Okay, we're going to bend up now the right knee. A few floor poses to do before we finish. Bend the right knee and insert your fingers on the knee, pull the knee into the chest. Steady breaths, breathe into the right hip. If you want to go deeper, turn the knee out to the side, go around your rib cage, and pull the knee more towards the shoulder. Keep your head on the floor, keep your chin into the chest, stretch the back of the neck. Change, straighten the right leg, and bend the left leg. Insert the fingers, pull the knee into the chest. To go deeper, drop the knee out to the left side, pull the knee more to the shoulder. Change, straighten out both legs, and then bend both knees. Two options. Option one is to put your hands on the knees and pull the knees in. Option two is to wrap your arms around the legs, grab your own elbows, and hug the knees into the chest. Wherever you are, make sure your head is on the floor or on a cushion or on a block. So if it's hard to keep your head on the ground, put something under your head. Next, we suck in the belly and we start to draw our attention to our tailbone. The very base of the spine, try and flatten your tailbone down towards the ground. Sucking in the belly, working the base of the spine to the floor. Slowly change. Release the feet and put the feet flat on the ground. We've got time to do a quick hip opener. Reclined pigeon. Pick up your left foot and put it on the right knee. Next, you can take the left hand and put it through the gap. The right hand goes on the outside and grabs the knee. If that's hard for you to do, you can grab the back of the thigh, or you can use a strap around the back of the thigh and pull the strap. Make sure your head's on the floor, chin into chest, pull on the knee, press your left elbow into the left thigh. It's good to close the eyes in this one. Close your eyes and try and focus on the tight spot in the left hip. Really try and zoom in to where the tension is. Breathe into that tension, and when you exhale, try and let go. It's like you breathe it out, breathe the stress, breathe the tightness out of the body with the exhale. Three more deep breaths. Last chance to pull on that knee and press with the elbow. And really relax as you exhale. So when you're ready, we switch sides. We take the feet back down to the floor and switch sides. So this time we pick up the right foot, put it on the left knee. Right hand goes through the gap and grabs the knee. Left hand reaches around the outside, interlock the fingers on the knee, pull the knee into the chest. Press your right elbow into the right thigh. Keep your head on the floor or on your block. Go back to the breath. Follow the breath in through the nose and into the right hip as you inhale. Follow it back out as you exhale. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed, shoulders relaxed. To turn it on more, pull with the hands and press with the elbow. We take 3 more breaths. Slowly change. Release the right foot down to the floor. Time for a quick happy baby. Send your feet up towards the sky. And grab the big toes from the inside. Stack the ankles above the knees, suck in your belly, head on the floor, and pull your feet down. Change. We're going to go to straddles. So stretch your legs in opposite directions. Try and lock out the knees. Again, keep your head on the floor or keep your head on a pillow. Suck in the belly. Focus on the base of the spine again. Think about straightening the tailbone down to the floor. Steady breaths. Slowly change. Lay flat on your back on the ground in Shavasana. Keep your attention with the breath a moment longer. We got one final spine twist to do. So to go into the final twist, bend up your right knee and put the right big toe behind the left kneecap. Next, we take the right hand and put it on, we take the left hand and put it on the right knee. Next, roll over to your left and put the right hand, palm down, shoulder height. Turn your head to look at the right hand and then gently press on the knee with the left. Go back to your breath, but relax everything down into the floor. So you feel a nice twist from the toes all the way up to the top of the head. Really slow, calm breaths. Totally relax everything down into the floor. Take a final breath and change. Release the knee, straighten both legs, switch side. Bend the left leg, left big toe behind right knee, right hand on left knee, roll over to the right, and put the left hand palm down, shoulder height. Look at the left hand and then press on the knee with the hand. Relax everything down into the ground. Really good relaxation pose. If you find it hard to sleep, this is a good pose to do. Slows down the heart rate, calms the nervous system. Also brilliant to do after you've trained jiu-jitsu. It will stop you from sweating and send you home in a more calm state. Keep the eyes closed. Follow the breath. One last press on the knee with your hand. And then let go of the knee. Keep your eyes closed and lay flat on the back. In Shavasana. Stay with the breath. But besides that, nothing to do here. You lay completely still. So we're drawing to the end of the class here. We're going to finish with 1 minute silence. Total silence. Just keep your attention to the circular flow of breath coming through the nose, into the body and back out as you exhale. I'll let you know when the time is up. Or you'll hear a gong sound. stay with the breath a moment longer. For many, Shavasana is the hardest pose to do in yoga. It can be really difficult to just let go and surrender down to the floor. We start to bring some life back into our body now by wiggling our fingers, wiggle the toes, gently waking up the body. Bend up your knees so your feet are flat on the ground, and just roll over to your right side. Just spend a moment curled up in a fetal position. So this is where we're going to close the session today. Feel free to stay laying on your mat as long as you like. I hope everybody enjoyed the class. I'm really enjoying teaching you guys. If you enjoy the class, I have a Facebook page called Yogi Jitsu. If you'd like to leave me a review, that would be awesome. Okay, I teach every day, Tuesday to Sunday. Thursday, Sunday for Grand Union on Zoom. The other days are on my YouTube channel, or also I think I'm going to switch to Zoom. Everybody, I hope you have an amazing afternoon. Keep your practice with you. Posture, keep breathing, relax the shoulders, relax the forehead, relax the face. Have an incredible day. Namaste.